Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and this is The Bad Guys, A Very Bad Holiday. Two things. One, I know I haven't reviewed the movie The Bad Guys. I need to at some point, maybe when there's a sequel or something. I don't know. Sorry, I'm really late on that. Second, yes, I'm in the kitchen again, but just for a few videos. Don't worry, or at least I hope. I don't know. We'll see. So this is the DreamWorks Christmas special this year, based on their 2022 film, which I allegedly have seen, and it is about the bad guys, and this takes place before the events of the film, which they mention right at the beginning. So don't worry, they won't be good in this movie. They're bad, if you're worried about that. And apparently every year their Christmas tradition is that they rob the bank and rob a bunch of places because everyone's home during Christmas, and their Christmas is robbing people, and they're all excited for this. And then unfortunately they kind of grab the big Saint Nick balloon by accident to be bad, but they destroy it, and then it sort of makes everybody extra cautious and makes them sort of think having lax security or something during Christmas sort of ruins their actual tradition of robbing everybody on Christmas. So then they come up with the idea to steal presents and then give them to people in their homes so they have a Christmas miracle, so then they will not go out, so they can then rob the banks and stuff, is basically the whole premise. Now, although this stars literally no one who did a voice in the movie, none of them. You might think for a second, maybe that's somebody. Nope. Nobody came back for this. So props, I guess. I don't know. Congrats that you don't need this. But this was actually written by the guy who wrote the book that this is all based on, Aaron Blabby? B-L, is it B-L? B-I, B-A-B. B-A-B? Aaron B-A-B. Ooh. Sorry about elementary school, dude. Yeah, he wrote the script for this. This is actually a good premise. I have to give it credit for that. The premise-wise, I like this a lot. Execution-wise, I like it a lot less. It's just not funny. It doesn't play as clever as you think, because it's like a cool idea. It's like, oh, well, they're true. Because most animated Christmas specials, we really care about tradition. The tradition is really important for these characters, and tradition really matters. And I like the tradition was tremendously shitty. I think it was pretty funny, as well as the idea of they actually have to be good to do something bad, and that's a cool idea. But the execution is just not funny. Their jokes never land. All their cutaway gags stink. It's just, for once, one of these has a premise I like. Most of the time I'm this premise stinks, oh my goodness, and it isn't funny. And this managed to get one of those things really well, and then just wasn't very clever fun. It just didn't have, it's not so much that the voices were different, it's just that the story was great. The actual dialogue was just garbage. I did like the two kind of visual gags they had of they tried to make their own Santa balloon. It was horrific, and I thought that was actually pretty funny. And then they made a robot Santa, which then comes back. I thought that was cool. So if you like the movie, I think you'll be fine with this. I don't, other than Shrek the Halls, I never see very many of these DreamWorks specials really played again or talked about. And I think this kind of is another one you can throw in the bunch where it's okay, they made a Bad Guys holiday special, good for them, but what was the point of it other than DreamWorks does this as a random cash-in sort of thing? Was it any good? No, really. It's I wish this had sort of the potential, but didn't actually do that at all. We sort of just got this sort of regular kind of basic, pretty thin Christmas special, which I think we all don't really need another one of those. And I feel this could have been something different, and it's sort of a shame. It's not, because I feel it almost got there. Unfortunately, I think we just ended up with a very bad holiday special, which is sort of, par for the course with some of these. But maybe at some point DreamWorks will figure this out, or just, not make them for every franchise they have, because this is usually the result. So if you've seen The Bad Guys, A Very Bad Holiday, and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.